Okay, hello everybody. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to create an intelligent agent for students who haven't logged into your class over a certain amount of time. Okay, so what you want to do is look at your nav bar and go over to Course Admin. Click on this, and you will go down to your various areas of course administration. Scroll down to Communication, and then under Communication, you'll see Intelligent Agents. Click on that. Okay. You get to this page, look over and find the settings wheel, and click on the settings wheel first. Notice you have an option here of using the system defaults for emails that will come from the Office of Institutional Technology or the help desk as the reply to. So what you want to do is set your custom values for this. So put your name that you want the emails to come from, and then put your CCC mailing address in there too, and then these settings will affect all future emails sent by an agent. Now, it's important in each course that you do this. This doesn't travel with you from class to class. So if you're going to use intelligent agents, the very first place to go after logging into intelligence agents is to change the settings so the emails go in the right place. Okay, click Save. And now you're ready to create one. All right, if you notice this particular list, I have some that are already set up. This first group is for students who have logged in or haven't logged in, depending on how that's happening. And this series of intelligent agents are about students that haven't turned in assignments. So this particular tutorial, I already have a 6-day warning, but what we're going to do is set up a 5-day warning one to show you how that works and then how it's going forward in there too. Okay, so go to the top and click New. Okay. And when you click New, then the very first thing that you want to do is put in an agent name for this one. So this one, we're going to call this the 5-day login warning email too. Now click Description, and under Description, you can put in a short description of what happens to it. So it runs, we're going to make this runs daily. Identifying students who haven't logged in at 5 days. Okay. Now, for a practice one or just setting it up, we don't want to enable it just yet. I'm going to take it through Arrange. So I'm going to unclick that one. And then you'll notice if you scroll down, when you create an intelligent agent, there are 3 steps that you really need to take. The first is the criteria, second is the actions, and the third is the scheduling. So let's go back and start with the criteria. Notice the role in the class list is the first selection that you have to make. So what we want for this one is all users visible in the class list. You know, everybody that's listed in the class list, we want that agent to take for them. Now, we get login activity and course activity. The difference between the two is that login activity, it will take action when students haven't logged into Brightspace, the system, the whole learning management platform. Down with course activity, this is the one we want for this particular one because we want the agent to take action when the student hasn't logged into the course, into our particular course, and not just Brightspace overall. So click that one. And you see the radio buttons, you have a choice here too. So we're going to go down here. The very first one, user has not accessed the course for at least, and we're going to set this for 5. You can set it for whatever you'd like to do. Online learning, because of the NSW, sometimes it's helpful to do this for 3 in the initial week, every 3 days, and you can disable that and make it a little bit longer, depends on your preferences and what you want to do with this one as well. Okay, then ignore the release conditions for this particular intelligent agent, but you would use release conditions if you wanted to have it for an assignment that was past due or a discussion or a quiz. Then you would use these and you wouldn't use the login of the course activities. Okay, so we've got that set up. We've gone to the criteria, we've gone to others. Now we're going to look at the actions. Repetition refers to how often you want the intelligent agent to run. Okay, the 2 options are take action only the first time it's satisfied for a user or every time. And we're going to select every time because it could be that one student, that student doesn't log in and maybe the first 10 days of the class has a 6-day, but then in the week 4 or 5 doesn't log in again for 6 days. So if you mark this first one only one time, it'll only identify that first 6 first 5-day lapse, whereas this one will get them every time a lapse of 5 days have for the login too, right? So we want to be done once the agent identifies it, we want an email to be sent out, right? So we set the email defaults as the first step. So what you want to do is check and verify that these are the way that you want them to. Okay, now in the to, this is the address that's going to go out to the student. So notice that what you can do, you can use place strings for all of them. Just copy this one for the initiating user and then paste that one in, and it will put that person's name in there that's going in there too. You're already going to get an email, but I stick this one in case there's, just getting another one in there too. You could leave that blank if you wanted to do with it and all of that. But then now in the subject area, you could use some replace strings there too. I always start off with the course number. Students get lots of emails, so this tells them what class it really kind of is. And then they put a short description in the subject title. So no login in 5 days, exclamation mark might get their mindset or something coming up with this too. The next step is to put a message in. Now, this is the email that will be sent out to all the people that are identified who haven't logged in a particular time. So start with the dear. The other thing that you can use, see the different replace strings for the subject or the message, is I like using the student's first name. So pull this string out and push that there, and a comma, and then the student will get the email dear. It's kind of a little personalized thing, and put the student's first name in there. And then type the message that you want them to receive. Okay, I've done this a little bit ahead just so I wouldn't waste a lot of time over going through. So here's the message that I'm going to type in here, or just copy and paste, but would be there. It's been 5 days since you've accessed the course. According to the syllabus, you should log in at least once every 3 days so you don't fall behind. Now, notice this replace string here. If we pop up this one again, you can read down with org units for class, the start date of the course, all of these things. But down here is a nice one, the last course access date. So copy and paste that one into it, because then your email will read on blankety blank, and it'll fill in the date you last visited, and you can put your course number or that course, and then any message that you want to give. Try to keep this, our online community misses you, and an upbeat kind of a thing, because you never know what's going on in the student's world or life. Could be ill, they could be having all kinds of personal or professional issues with logging into the class. So this is kind of a friendly reminder. You don't want to too much stress in students' lives, certainly, until you know what's going on. And then let me know if I can help or something like that. Depends on your style. It's helpful to put your name and then repeat your email address in case they're trying to contact you, and then you're good to go. Now, third step of trying to do this intelligent agent is then setting it up for a schedule. So you want to click on Use Schedule, unless you want to manually run this every time. The Use Schedule will do it automatically for you. And then you want to click on Update Schedule. That will pop up this update agent schedule, and then you can select how often you want it to repeat. Okay, we want this one to run daily, and want it to repeat every day, so it will identify those students who haven't logged in 5 days. Every day the run will automatically be done, and any new student that pops up, they'll get sent an email. So with start and end dates, okay, you might as well start it now. So that works out okay for me on today's date. And now an end date, I want this to run through the whole course. So I definitely want to make sure that I stop it, because if I don't stop it, it's going to keep sending emails to students long after the course is over, and that can get really annoying. So let's see, our term ends this time. We'll go to March, April, I think ends something like May 12th, May 10th in there. So, I'm going to click it on, it's going to end there on the 10th. So the last day that the student hadn't logged in is probably May 5th or something. Not too bad if they get one. Okay, click Update. And now you'll check and see every 1 day starting this dates and ending in May. It looks all okay, good. And if you just want to review quickly, what we've done is given the agent a name, short description. We figured out the criteria. We've set the actions for what we wanted it to do. We put in an email. that's going to be sent out automatically by the agent, and we've set up the schedule. So that looks all good. So now we're going to click Save and Close. Right, now it takes us back to our agent list. So we want to go down and we want to find the 5-day login warning. We just made this one. Notice this arrow with the X, it means it's not enabled. Okay, so it's not going to work yet. So what I want to do first is if you pull down this drop down, you can do a practice run. Okay, so click on practice run. You're going to get this confirmation. Would you like to? And then it reminds you that it's a dry run of what you've set up, and it won't send the student any emails. So you can practice it before you can do it. It'll identify those students to do it, and then you can enable the intelligent agent if you think it's ready. So I'm going to click run. And then you're going to get this confirmation page that says your request has been submitted. An email will be sent to your account when it's finished, and then you can check the results of the practice run. It takes a little bit of time, but usually if you go to another screen, perhaps for something like this one, and then go back, and then go back again, kind of refresh your screen a couple of times. Right, and then you can check and see if that one is going in there too. But meanwhile, while we're waiting for that, you can see the other different types and how that's going to work. Maybe an interesting thing is to watch how one worked. Right, like at week 1, I had a discussion, introduction, past due with students. So if you look at the view history, you can pull this down, and one of the options is view history. And you can see the initial one I had 8 users at the practice run, and then I did it manually once I approved it too, with 8 users were identified, and the scheduled automatic one popped up 7. So in between a couple of hours there, or several hours, one student had received the email and then went ahead and posted the introduction. The next run was on the 20th, 2 days later, so schedule those for every 2 days if something wasn't due. And by that point, 4 more users had done it. So the intelligent agent, without me sending any kinds of emails, looks like I went from 8, I got 5 students to respond. And then you can see the way until it ended. For assignments, I usually keep them open for a week with the intelligent agent running every 2 days. That could be these students who've dropped the course, they're no longer interested, but I was able to get that down from 8 to 3, I know, fairly easy. Okay, let's go back to our intelligent agents and see if our practice run has finished. And now we go down to the 5-day login warning, and look, I've got 3 users identified. So that's not bad. This class has 22 students in it. It's an online class. So I only have 3 students who haven't logged in over the past days. Chances are those first students, they haven't dropped the course or something. It could be, but it helps me keep up with class progress as well, and it keeps the students honest as well. All right, so I liked everything that worked. The practice run worked, and I like that it seems to take effect. So I'm going to go over here to this one and click it. That's the one that I want. And I'm going to go up here and click on Enable, which will change that status and then make it a good intelligent agent. All right, I think I've showed you we already have in this course a 6-day warning, so I'm fine with that one. But if you ever wanted to practice and then delete intelligent agent, notice here you can just go to the 5-day login, pull the drop down, it's kind of neat. You can copy ones and then just use the same types of emails and then adjust them a little bit too. The practice run, the run now, if you wanted to do an immediate one and didn't want to wait for the schedule. And now look at this last option here with delete, which is kind of cool. Ones that you're practicing with or you don't want to use, you can just click delete and then it's gone, right? Now, if you wanted to restore it, there are more actions, right? You could click restore and it would pop that up to a screen and then you could add it back in. So if you make a mistake and you've deleted one, don't worry, it's still gonna be in there and set everything go up with it as well. Okay, so that was it. Congratulations. That was the tutorial of doing an intelligent agent. Good luck with creating yours. Thanks.